is. Okay, let's do this. I'm going to turn it round. Hi. Oh, do I recognise you?
That's awesome. Me? No. No,
I mean, pictures now?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
I watch you online a lot.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Hello. Okie dokie.
No, you think I've met that person before? Right. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's me hitting you in the leg with my... Let me just make sure this is connected. I don't know if you can hear me, people, but I'll just make that a bit narrow. So we are not blocking the pavement, that would be illegal. So, good. I'm just going to check. You can hear me perfectly. Great. Good. Okay. Okay. Nearly done. So we're outside of Psychopath Steve Gallagher's office, which is... Oh, I'm the wrong way around. Yeah, we're outside of there. She's Psychopath. So... Okay. Hello. Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
All right.
Is this yours?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just thank you? Okay, so we are here outside of Steve Gallagher's office, because she cuts off the breasts of teenage girls. And not only is she an evil sociopath, making a lot of money from the mutilation of children, she is enabled by the people who rent her office, the staff who work alongside her, and this state of Florida. Oh my God, it's so echoey. Can you hear it? This state of Florida has just put her, hopefully, completely out of business. So, on the backdrop of this sociopathic woman who advertises to your daughters on TikTok, and she calls double mastectomies yeet the teat, she is enabled and supported by all the medical professionals that work alongside her. So we're here to say women don't have penises, men don't have vaginas, only women give birth, and it is horrifically abusive to mess with the bodies of healthy children. And to Steve Gallagher, I want to tell you, if you need help moving, closing up your business, there are lots of women here that will happily see you leave their state. So, this is called Let Women Speak. The whole point of this is to give women space so that they feel liberated from the silence that's been created by intimidation and legal intimidation in this country, or employment intimidation, which means they can't speak or they might lose their jobs. So, I'm now going to pass you over to Jade, who's going to talk about, you know what?
Hi everyone, I'm Jade. I just want to let you know, I'm here because I'm tired. I'm here because I'm fed up. Women are here to say no, right? Women say no. I'm done being kind. Is it kind to allow men in female spaces? Is it kind to allow men to expose themselves to young women in private spaces? Is it kind to put men in female prisons? Women who must sleep with one eye open in the fear of being raped by a male cellmate while being caged. Women say no.
No.
Women say no.
No.
Is it kind to allow men to take the podium in female sports? Is it kind to tell lesbians to accept girl dick? Is it kind to tell women they are bigots and be genital fetishists because they're lesbians? Is lesbian a dirty word? Right? Lesbians are adult human females who love other adult human females. We are not non-men who like non-men. Women say no.
No.
Say it again. No. All right? We will not let them erase us. We will not let them take our language, our spaces. We cannot be erased when we stand together. I am taking it back. I'm taking it all back. We are taking it back. That's it.
Thank you very much. Okay, standing in front of my own live stream here. Okay, who else would like to speak this afternoon? Yes, lovely. You're next. Okay, sorry. I think there's an order.
If you want to go, you can go, because we had an order, but you can go since you came here. Let me get you.
Oh, you have an order?
Yeah, no, but you're fine. We can change it up. They know who I am.
All right, I'm just going to put this on you as well. It won't be too close. There we go. And
Kelly, be careful with the curb, baby. I don't want you to fall.
Hi. I'm not a public speaker. I don't really like this, but I do have a voice. And I think we all need to practice being bad at speaking and really getting good at sharing what we know is right. So who I am, I'm a lesbian feminist. I was a lifelong Democrat, but I am politically homeless now because the Democrats are institutionalizing these crimes. I fought for women's rights in the 1970s, and I never would have dreamed of this criminal nightmare. There are 5 themes I'd like to address. Basic concepts, what is at issue here, what is the underlying why, how the billionaires fragment us, and what you can do. Basic concepts. Biology, sex is binary, and gender is made up and has no legal meaning. No one is born in the wrong body. Women do not have penises. Men cannot become women. And they only pretend that they are women. They can pretend if they want. What is at issue here? This is not about trans rights. This is about women and children being dominated by men in the pretense of trans rights. This is about erasing the word women at phenomenal speed. Laws and institutional language is changing globally, over 90 countries. Erasing the word women, erasing sex-based rights for women, erasing women's protection under law. Men dominating women's sports, girls' locker rooms, women in prisons, and lost awards. 2, castration of children. Men medically castrating and removing healthy breasts from would-be lesbians, changing children into lifelong medical patients of the pharmaceutical industry and a life of illness and suffering. Castration, mutilation, experimental drugs to appear straight. 2 generations of children, surgery of healthy body parts, and promotion of this in public schools, in their syllabus of public schools nationally, advertising and social media. And 3, the censoring of free speech with risk of career loss or being arrested. What is the underlying why of this? People say that this is a crazy thing, that people are being stupid, that the lawmakers don't know what they're doing. But the billionaires, through both the Republicans and the Democrats, want to, 1, break down the family, 2, confuse our reality, 3, weaken our analytical skills and our ability to think for ourselves. 4, make us not trust our own minds. Why do they want to do this? To control us, to make us obey and fear, and to fight one another, and for us to fight one another instead of fighting them. This is not a gay rights movement. This is anti-gay. Any child tending towards gay is speedily given puberty blockers and hormones and surgery. The LGB, lesbian, bi, and gay, have nothing to do with the T. Gender identity is not a crazy mistake created by stupid people. It is not by accident. It is well planned and funded. How the billionaires fragment us. The inability to build a powerful opposition. This is not a one-party issue, though gender identity appears to be driven by the Democratic Party. Both parties play off one another with us citizens as victims, so it is important to study this deeply enough, to know that we are being played by the DNC and the GOP. They do not care about us. And in fact, each party has its own style of controlling and poisoning its citizens. 1, the right blames the left or the Democrats. The right says the left and the Democrats are the enemies. The Democratic Party is leading this, but the GOP and DNC work together to dominate us. 2, the liberals blame the Christian right. The progressives are not being led. The progressives are being led by the mainstream media and not thinking for themselves. They are staying very superficial on this topic. Dominated by men and the Democratic Party and the media, they are uninterested and asleep until their child falls victim. 3, the gender critical left. The gender critical left criticize and censor the new leaders and organizations such as Kara Dansky, Amy Sousa, Wolf, WDI, actively censoring free speech for only those people that they agree with in the name of purity. They censor free speech. This is the left censors free speech. And they defeat building a strong opposition and ultimately act in a fascist, authoritarian manner. I have to stop here and mention how dejected I feel about the left abandoning women's rights and children's safety as a leftist, because we have always been for the rights of people. The liberal left women are so conditioned to take care of the underdog, the other, that they are unable to recognize their own peril, the danger of children and us women. While the Republicans have been taught all their lives to think only of themselves, and that is why the Republicans can see through the threat of trans activists, because they see what affects them. Whereas the liberal left rely on mainstream media instead of their brains and their intuition. What you can do: read alternative sources. Be open-minded and curious. Listen to opposing views. Listen to your enemies. Talk about what you believe bravely. And I'd like to end by saying what I love and admire about Kellie-Jay Keen. She speaks common language of real people. She names the 2 issues of women's rights and child safety in the gender identity tragedy. She enables us to find the commonality in women across all different groups. She therefore has the ability to unite us. We must focus on the issues. We need to unite for the children, for the lesbians and gays, for the women.
Thank you so very much.
Get your,
Here, if you want this.
sure, if you want a shirt, you can put it right
I just want to add to what you said regarding I just want to add to what's just been said about the left and the right. So on my travels, the women most active in their school boards are conservative women. Now, I think the reason they're more active in their school boards is because conservative men are not going to condemn conservative women for speaking up. And they just seem to be a little bit more safe in their communities. So women on the left, I'm telling you now, if you don't want this stolen from you, if you don't want the narrative to be told from a Christian point of view, you have to be the women to start speaking up. Because it kind of feels like conservative men are going to run away with this. Conservative women are literally flipping school boards. They are making their school boards conservative. Now, I'm happy about that because whatever win is a win. If we can stop the mutilation of children and the confusion and the cognitive dissonance of children and the gaslighting, then I don't care who does it and who says it. But if you're going to moan from the sidelines that this is being taken over by right wing, then left, you have to stand up and you have to be heard and you have to be unafraid. It's as simple as that. Either put up or shut up. Anyway, who's next? You.
Let this lovely lady go first.
What a beautiful t-shirt. What a lovely colour. Suits you. I'm going to put this on your amazing little scarf. Actually, I'm going to put it on the t-shirt.
You got two.
Oh, I'm being tended to. I love it.
Okay.
Thank you, ladies. Hi, I'm Carol. I can't believe I have to do this. I'm a 73-year-old lesbian. And if you had told me 50 years ago that I was going to have to wear a shirt saying I was a woman. Well, and I still get sued anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But the thing that I wanted to say was the thing that I find kind of heartbreaking is all of the women, many of them boomer contemporaries, some of them lesbians, who are supporting men being in women's spaces, and they think they're being inclusive. I know lesbians who are mothers and grandmothers and are on the side of this obscenity. There are many women who just, I think there's a variety of reasons. They want to feel like they're part of the trend, they're doing the right thing. I'm doing what my friends and family think is right because I don't want to be called a transphobe, and they're not doing their own independent research, which is absolutely stunning to me. These are some of the same women that we marched against Vietnam with 50 years ago and more. And suddenly they think that what the conventions that are shoved at us shouldn't be questioned. They questioned everything 50 years ago. Where are my fellow hippies who actually didn't believe everything they were told? And I'm seeing just the opposite now. I've been defriended, unfriended, wholesale friendectomy, and many of them are fellow lesbians. And I simply just cannot get over that I'm being seen as an enemy. And I'm scared myself that my voice is deep. But they would rather be, if I don't see any of it, I don't hear about it, I'm not having these problems anywhere. I heard radical feminists on WDI, say that she didn't have a problem with men in her spaces. Well, the woman in the audience did. Of course, the discussion that day was actually radical feminist ethics, which I tore apart under the video, and magically nobody came for me, which is amazing. Usually I get the lesbian police, but they decided to skip this. So I'm having problems with women of every kind. We used to have allies, and now I don't see them anywhere. A handful of women, mostly straight women, thank you straight women, the lesbians have been absolutely pitiful. It is heartbreaking. I want to exhort women out there, straight, gay, bi, whatever you call yourselves, to actually do your own research. Actually look at what's happening and stop listening to MSNBC and Don aptly named Lemon on CNN. Actually think for yourselves. Some of you actually, I witnessed it, actually thought for yourselves 50 years ago. I just want to end by saying thank you, Kellie-Jay. You're unequivocally brilliant. And thank you so much for doing this for all women all over the world. Thanks a lot.
So you're not bad for a homophobe?
I was called a homophobe.
You were?
Yeah, 50 years out, I was called a homophobe. Unbelievable. A straight guy called me a bigot, a transphobe, and a homophobe. And I thought, wow, just when you think you've been called everything. Homophobe was new.
Thank you so mumuch. Thank you so much. This is, I think this is yours.
I'm trying to escape with some of this.
Is this yours? Are you coming to speak?
Yes, and I'm going to speak next, I think.
Have you got, speak for yourself. Is it you this time?
Yes, it's me this time. She's a little just speaking from her. Oh, is she going to get through here? Go on, we got you. We respect our elders here.
Jennifer, are you out as your name so that women
Yes, my name
watching my
is-
channel can...
Yep, my name is Alex. I am Pinwheel Art on all the social.
Pinwheel Art. So all the people on my channel.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just want... They all know you. Earlier when you said who you were, they were like, yay! even Rebecca Lynn, and she's a confirmed...
Oh, Rebecca Lynn. Yes, okay, so now I'm speaking for myself. Yes, I am Pinwheel Art, aka Alex. I get around trying to organize this stuff. It's a lot of work. I love you ladies. You don't make it easy, I'll be honest. But I do love you ladies, and you're doing amazing work. And I really appreciate the connections we made from the UK to Canada to right here in Miami. I got gifts from all over the world for you ladies at the end of this, so please stop by with me to get some stickers and other things. All right, so good afternoon, women. I am so happy to be here speaking out for women and girls' sex-based rights. This is a record of my dissent. Dr. Gallagher is taking something more important, more powerful than most realize when she hacks off the breasts of young girls. Some as young as my own daughter here with me today, girls as young as 13. Yes, this is happening. She is not only taking a part of their immune system and endocrine function, but their ability to someday sustain the life, their own flesh and blood, created by their own flesh and blood, should they so choose. She is robbing them of the ability to complete the development of their children's immune system, providing the best protection from the most common viruses and bacteria to the deadliest chronic illnesses and cancers. She is robbing them of the ability to have the symbiotic relationship with their baby that will complete jaw, gut, and brain development. She is robbing them of their choice to be able to provide their babies with not just the best nutrition in the universe, but a perfect blend of nutrients and antibodies from moment to moment, as the milk that could have someday flowed from their breasts is made to adjust perfectly to their baby's nutritional, developmental, that's bone and brain development, and immunological needs. Let me take a breath, ladies. All right. Whew. Having received this gift from my very own mother, and having the choice to sustain the life of my 4 babies with this gift, I know from experience just how important it can be for women, for mothers. There is magic and power in sustaining life with our breasts that society does not want us to know we possess. They don't want you to know that your breasts are powerful things that create and sustain life. We have amazing superpowers, women. It's not just nutritional benefits that matter, but also the human connection. The human connection. That's what this is all about. They want us disconnected from ourselves, from our mothers, and all the women that came before us. It is the gentle cradling of your baby's chubby little fingers around your breasts, that little head that has found the softest, warmest pillow they will ever know. It is where our babies find safety and comfort from this huge, new, scary world they must learn to navigate. Our breasts provide our babies with one of the most intimate, powerful bonds to another human any of us can ever know. And people are not only saying none of this matters, they're supporting the annihilation of it. That's what you're supporting when you support gender ideology, just so you all know.
Say it.
A child at the age of 13, 14, 15, or even 18 does not know what they will want in the next 10, 15, or 20 years. Most grown women do not fully understand the function or benefits of their breasts due to the patriarchal, misogynistic society they have been socialized into. They are made to think all their bodies are good for is the male gaze and male sexual pleasure. It is no surprise they would want to be rid of the body parts that make them walking sex objects. But the truth is, women, the truth, young women and girls, the truth is we possess an incredible superpower that can make a healthier people and society. This ideology is very intentionally meant to take that power and magic from women. Some young women are even being told they can grow or reconstruct their breasts if they change their minds further down the road. But anyone who knows the anatomy, this is the anatomy of your breast. This is the anatomy of your breast. You cannot reconstruct this. This is veins and lobules and milk ducts and fatty tissue. You cannot reconstruct this. We are not God, who I do not believe in, by the way. So what exactly are the female breasts? The mammary glands? They're a highly evolved and specialized organ, important to reproduction in that they produce life-sustaining milk for our babies. They are a functioning part of the endocrine system, which helps maintain a healthy balance of hormones that regulate the female cycle and all-around health and wellness. The female breasts contain a portion of the lymphatic system, which is not fully Wait. Hold on, I lost my place. The female breasts contain a portion of the lymphatic system, which filters excess fluid waste around the body, fighting illness, infection, and maintaining wound healing. This is why you see many of these girls with hematomas and retained fluids in their chests after these surgeries. When the lymphatic system is not fully functioning, one becomes at risk of developing lymphedema, cardiovascular disease, and cancer. The lymphatic and endocrine systems are still not well understood, yet we're destroying these women's young girls. Yet parts of the intricate functions are removed along with the fatty tissue, blood vessels, lobules, milk ducts, and the areola during the double mastectomies. Some are now calling top surgery. These are radical, insane, psychotic double mastectomies. These are not top surgeries. It is not some mundane thing that is happening here. It is inhumane to take... Woo! That was nasty. It is inhumane to take away these young girls' future choices and the ability to have a healthy, well-functioning body. We are our bodies, and girls should be being taught how to take the best care of them, not being affirmed in destroying them and becoming lifelong medical patients. I am here to speak up for these young women who do not know better and are not being provided with the best information to make healthy decisions in their lives. Not only are they not being given accurate information, they're being straight lied to. Save the tomboys. Save the lesbians. Save the gender non-conforming girls. If you're with me, reach out on Twitter at pinwheel_art or via email at pinwheelart at Kellie-Jay Keen at FemaxNews.com. So that's pinwheelart at FemaxNews.com, so we can organize and stop this insanity. This is a record of my dissent.
Good job, Alex.
Thank you. You'll take that.
Thank you. Okay, who's next? Would you like? Is it? Have you got a constructed order?
Yeah, Vanessa was last.
This is not like normal Speaker's Corner. They've got an order.
We kind of did. Not actually in the order. Now we're kind of out of the order.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you want to go?
Well, I like disorder.
She can go first. That's fine. She's ready. Order.
Okay.
Disorder. Thank you. We got a little bit of both. Okay. Right?
I'm gonna.
Order and disorder. Let me make sure mine is still. Okay, still on. There we go.
Oh, I got it upside down. Oh.
No, you can read it.
You're right. Okay. All right, thank you. So I was supposed to be last because I actually wandered off as usual while the numbers were being given out. Let me find my notes here. All right, so here we are in front of...
Speak with it this way.
This way? Okay. Is that good? Yeah? Okay. Here we are in front of Steve Gallagher's medical practice. I'm willing to call it a medical practice. I'm not willing to call what she does medicine, because medicine is intended to heal sick people. Medicine should not be taking healthy people and making them sick. So, the basic reason I want to talk today, I wanted to talk about medical ethics and transgenderism. So most of us have heard this statement, first do no harm. It's the first principle of medical ethics, and it says that medicine should not engage in practices that will worsen health. But we all know that there are trade-offs to be made in medicine. Medical interventions have side effects and inherent risks. We also know that medicine has a long history of making mistakes, often out of ignorance. So here's another statement of ethics that is used in behavioral health and social work. It's the principle of least invasive intervention. The least invasive intervention is the level of intervention necessary, reasonable, and humanely appropriate to the client's needs. I don't see this principle explicitly included in statements of medical ethics. It's embedded in the first principle to do no harm and our understanding of medical risks and trade-offs. What ethical trade-offs does transgender medicine involve? Rachel Levine said that it is complex and nuanced with robust research and standards of care. We've already talked about the standards of care a little bit today. Our first speaker, who did such a fantastic job talking about WPATH, and the fact that WPATH is composed of transgender people, many of whom have been exposed. So basically, transgender people, autogynephilia, everyone that's here today knows what autogynephilia is, and there are autogynephiles on the WPATH board. Autogynephilia, being a sexual paraphilia, tends to cluster with other sexual paraphilias. People who are autogynephiles have other paraphilias. And I think that when we see that they have included eunuch gender as a new gender and talked about the fact, or not the fact, and asserted that kids as young as 6, 9 years old can know that they are eunuch gender. And they reference these pornographic websites where there are pornographic stories written by people who have castration fetishes.
Yes, castration fetishes.
Yeah. So we know that once a child is set on the path of social transitioning, the likelihood that they are going to go the distance and that they will one day be taking puberty blockers, they'll be having invasive surgeries, they'll be having multiple revision surgeries to correct the mistakes that have been made before. Putting people on this path is not ethical because transgender medicine and the affirmative care model basically mandates the most maximally invasive intervention from the beginning. Essentially, these are people who have psychological disorders. These are ruminative disorders. If somebody came into a psychological clinic with a different kind of ruminative disorder, they would be offered cognitive behavior therapy, acceptance and commitment therapy. They would be offered options to try and resolve their dysphoria or to resolve their mental illness without resorting to drugs. Well, probably, antidepressants. They wouldn't be blocking their puberties. They wouldn't be putting them on cross-sex hormones that are given at a level so high that they are carcinogens. Transgender interventions lead to fistulas that cause people to have feces in their neovaginas, that causes people to urinate in sprays instead of streams because it's coming from multiple places. Bone density loss, cancer risk, stroke risk, unknown effects on brain maturity, loss of libido and sexual function or interference with the development of these in children who take Lupron, diminished possibilities of mature adult relationships, loss of fertility, and loss of the potential for breastfeeding. This is not least harm. This is not do no harm. It's not the behavior of a field with a robust research and standards of care. It's the behavior of a wild west of modern medicine and its practitioners. Well, it's been said a few times today, so I'll say it myself. Their practitioners seem pretty sociopathic to me. These people aren't physicians in the traditional sense. They're not healers. So, what I want to say about Siv Gallagher. This woman offends me so much because she is like, those of us here who have seen her, blonde, blue-eyed, conventionally attractive woman with large breasts who wears tight clothing, high heels, who once posed as Harley Quinn, the character Harley Quinn from the Marvel Comics, by request of her patients or clients, but I would call them fans. She claims she got multiple requests and dressed up in a sexy little costume, like Margot Robbie, miniskirt, pigtails, exaggerated makeup. This is not the behavior of an ethical physician. I don't understand how she's been allowed to get away with this for so long. I am a behavioral health practitioner. The principle of least harm is in our code of ethics. And if we engaged in the kind of irresponsible advertising that she engaged in, and we have rules about that. We have to follow them. We can get sanctioned. We could lose our certification. Businesses could go under. She's been doing this in public view of the planet for I don't even know how long on TikTok with her very flippant videos where she literally flips her hair while talking about the likelihood of post-surgical pain and says, oh, it's not that big of a deal. This woman is grossly offensive. She's grossly unethical. I'm so glad that the state of Florida it looks like they're about to take action against her. I'm really, really glad that I got an opportunity to come down here and talk about it. There have been so many great speeches today. I just really loved so many things that I've heard. I'm really also happy that we were able to be heard. There's no one here shouting at us, banging in our ears. So, I also want to thank Kellie-Jay for making this possible. We're very appreciative of you here. We do not think that you are a demonic goddess or priestess. That's what I thought, demonic priestess. I'm wearing your shirt, but I know you're a human being. I know you're not perfect. I'm just really glad that you did this and made this possible for us because, we're really disorganized and disjointed here in the United States, and you brought your knowledge and you brought yourself, and I thank you very much for that.
Can I take the microphone? I'm just going to say it's really weird because we often talk about women not having fetishes, and I don't think they do, but I'd make an exception for Steve Gallagher. I think she really does have a fetish to mutilate children. I genuinely think there's probably a sexual element to how much she enjoys bringing children into this cult. Maybe she just doesn't like young women very much. Maybe she feels that she would like to destroy their bodies so she can celebrate her own a bit more. Talking of young women, are you speaking next?
Yep. You put that down, I'll grab it. We'll get yours too, I think mine might be breaking up.
If you work in this building, you work with a sociopath called Steve Gallagher who slices the breasts of healthy girls.
Yep.
What do you say?
While we're waiting, tell me when you're ready and I'll pass you this and I'll leave you alone. When you speak into the microphone, if you can speak into this bit of the microphone,
So if it's there.
as opposed to like that.
Oh no, I lost it.
It's all right, we'll wait.
Alright.
Take
Give me a
your
second.
time.
So we're here because Steve Gallagher works here. She's been unfettered access to the bodies of children so she can mutilate them for quite some time. She's on TikTok. You can find her under hashtag #YeetTheTeat.
Okay. Hello. I think I'm right. Hi. I have this right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
You got it, baby.
So, hi. I'm what? Zofia? I am Zofia. I'm a 7th grader, 12, going on to 13. And I am really happy to be here with all the women and few men. And I just wanted to say, as Shelby, I think, said before, the human mind isn't fully developed until the age of 25, and the last part to develop is the part of your brain that is used for decision making. So until the age of 25, most of your decisions are going to be emotional. I admit that. And something else I wanted to say is I have seen firsthand the effects of trans ideology and how it affects the mind of those who follow it. So there are at least two in my grade, children, boy and girl, who identify as trans. One is an autistic girl who identifies as a boy, and the other is a gay boy who identifies as a girl, apparently. And something that happened was, well, first off, when we had sex ed this year, all my friends were like, oh my god, where are they going to put insert person's name here, because I'm not going to say it. And I was like, me and my friends, my few friends who are actually reasonable, were saying that he would be put with the boys because he's a boy. If he has a penis, he's a man. Yeah. And I did, by the way, my friend was the one who said if he has a penis, he's going with the boys. So, yay. Thank you, friend. And the other one is just autistic girl who identifies as a boy. And says that she's gay for that matter. So, she says that she likes boys, and therefore she's gay, even though she's a girl. So, anyways, and then one last thing I wanted to say, because I'm kind of all over the place, but that's okay. I found this woman, mom, on TikTok, who her son just loved girly things. He liked Disney princesses, whatever. And I sent it to one of my friends saying that, please tell me, you see the craziness in this. And we had an argument that lasted a few days. We're fine now. But
very brave of you.
And my friend says, and I quote, I'm reading off of the text messages, just support her. She needs support. This is a 5, 7-year-old boy. And I said, and I quote, "You're right, he does need support, but that isn't support, insert name here. He's still far too young to make a decision like that. Or ever. If I said I grew a third arm, and I truly believe that, would you encourage that belief and tell me it's correct, and I did in fact grow a third arm, or would you politely tell me that and make sure I know the truth? It's the same as that, but with a little kid who barely knows what he's doing. Of course, I'm not going to go and tell him he's worthless, since apparently she thinks I'm going to do that. Hey. Just for thinking he's a girl, but I would correct him, which would be the correct thing to do. And just as I would hope you would do if I said I grew a third arm. What else was I going to say? And so rounding back to what I said earlier about the human mind not being fully developed until you're 25, Dr. Gallagher, or however you pronounce her name, Gallagher? Dr. Yeet the Tea, yeah. Dr. Yeet the Tea, you're telling me that you are going to cut off the the undeveloped breast of girls who have undeveloped minds? Sounds psychotic. What else is there? Oh God. Just one more thing. I have also heard other people on the news and stuff say that kids as young as 6 have gone in to get surgery relating to trans identity, or whatever you want to call it. Trans identity, to change their sex. Kids as young as 6 years old. It's wow. It's insane. Anyways, here you go.
Thank you so much.
I was unprepared.
Okay. Can I just say to the person who just left that office, when they criminalise Dr. Gallagher, they will be coming for you as an accomplice to mutilating kids. So that's fun. Okay, anybody else?
I want to say something real quick.
Go on.
We got 2 ladies. We got ladies.
Are you going to speak? Oh yeah, ladies first. I'm so sorry, I didn't see. Come on. You're speaking.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry, yeah. Vaginas have us first. And not just on a Friday.
And I'm just going to say, on your stream real quick, I lost my live stream because my phone overheated, so I'm trying to get it back, sorry.
That's all right.
Mine has done that twice, so we're good.
All right.
Yeah. If I'm hiding it under my big boobies.
Next to my Kellie-Jay Keen.
Hi, I'm Sierra Hayes. I am a rad femme from Jacksonville, Florida. Helped my future sister-in-law organize one up there, and very excited to be here. Just not under these circumstances. I wish, we didn't have to be here doing this to get our opinions heard. But I'm going to talk about what led us to this point, and it's kind of just hiding in the shadows and what we can do to bring back, to kind of push it back into being shameful and just shunned upon by the community as it should be. Kink shaming is the act of making someone feel less than or problematic for their sexual desires, which can sound harsh, but isn't that necessary sometimes? For instance, there's the kink of sucking toes, which, odd. Some people may say it's gross and they would never, but still understand that others, may enjoy it. However, there are other kinks and fantasies that are harmful and evil. For example, let's consider the daddy dom and little girl kink, otherwise known as DDLG, and can also be considered as age play. This is a kink where the dominant partner or daddy will want their partner to act, dress, or pretend to be a child. This can include baby talk, wearing diapers, sucking on binkies, and more. This is disgusting and should be shamed because it is sexualizing the idea of being intimate with a child. There are people who get off to children, and it is covered up by the porn industry by allowing this to pass because it's consensual. If someone you know or your partner has this kink, when do you speak out? Is it when they admit or are found guilty of having child pornography, or is it when they're convicted of molesting a child? This is why we kink shame. So we can stand up and say, what the fuck did you just say you like? Go get help. You shouldn't be around children. Stop being silent. And if you think this is bogus and age play is rare or not a problem, there are children being taken to drag shows. There are children being taught in schools about gender ideology by groomers. Whoa! Pull the inclusion and sensitivity blindfold off. Look at what they are doing. Puberty blockers are making children infertile. Children as young as second grade are being sexualized and groomed by their teachers. Children are having their bodies Protect children! Their bodies are being mutilated. Children's bodies are being mutilated by doctors like Dr. Gallagher, doing double mastectomies on minors. People who have not had their brain fully developed, being fetishized and mutilated. People are allowing men in female-only spaces. The definition of a woman is controversial, and we are told to be silent. Remain silent, or you will receive death threats. Eggs thrown at you. You'll be called names. You can be assaulted with charges pressed against you. You could lose your friends. You could lose your job. Be silent. Well, I can't, and I won't remain silent. We cannot remain silent. Are you going to remain silent when it's your child? No! I will go to war for my future kids and your kids today.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you so much for another microphone.
Yep. Oh yes.
That's all right. Just for the people that, if you're thinking, do I come to Washington or New York or Philadelphia? This makes a difference. People are going past who maybe don't know that there's other people speaking out against this, and it makes a difference. So if you're thinking maybe I won't come, you absolutely should. Next. I'm gonna pin you left, right, and centre.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that all right?
Yes, ma'am.
I might try and see if we can adopt this ma'am thing in the UK.
All right. Thank you, Kellie-Jay. In case you guys don't know me, my name is Kellie K, not to be confused with Kellie-Jay. My mother gave me that name, so I was born with it. Anyways, I'm Kellie K with Radical Feminists United, and I will never stop speaking the truth. This is literally all this comes down to, the truth. The truth that women are no longer recognized as a separate and distinct group from males. The truth that women are losing their rights and equal opportunity in this country. The truth that children are being drugged and butchered right here because they don't conform to a sex-based stereotype. Children who aren't even old enough to consent are being subjected to this abuse. This is reality. This is the truth. Trans activists are scared. Their entire lives are built upon a lie so fragile that they fall apart into a fit of rage when someone uses the correct pronoun for their sex. Their self-worth is being poured into a complete and utter falsehood. But I'm here to tell you, no one is born in the wrong body. The more they try to silence us, the louder we will shout. They are terrified that people will finally see that their movement
isn't about kindness and acceptance, but rather violence and forced obedience. They are scared that women will stand firm in their boundaries, but guess what? We are here, and we are never backing down. They are terrified of others even speaking the truth. They threaten to kill and rape us. They label the truth as hate speech. Predators are portrayed as victims, and victims are being portrayed as predators. Trans activists play the victim to get what they want. But when it comes to trans ideology, signs point to narcissistic abuse. Gaslighting? Check. Emotional blackmail? Check. Sabotage? Check. Lying? Check. A grandiose sense of self-importance? Check. And when it comes to trans ideology and involving children, all signs point to grooming behaviors. Targeting vulnerable victims? Check. Gaining trust and access? Check. Isolating the child? Check. Sexualizing the child? Check. Communicating secretly? Check. The tactics of trans ideology are the tactics of groomers and narcissistic abusers. This is the truth. We have been harassed, threatened, and attacked solely for exercising our First Amendment rights. But we know our rights as American citizens, and we will continue to speak the truth. We will continue to fight for the rights and the safety of women and children. It's time to stand up and speak the truth out loud, publicly, unapologetically. Who gives a damn if the truth offends people? This is an emergency. To all the parents out there, where are you? Your children are being indoctrinated in schools and groomed into believing that they were born in the wrong body. Your children are being transitioned without your consent. They are being abused, and your parental rights are being violated. Speak up. Protect your children. To all the good men, where are you? Your daughters are losing their equal opportunity in sports. They are no longer safe in female-only spaces because men are infiltrating them. A good man would never even think about forcing his way into women's-only spaces. It's time to stand up for what is right. Women and children need your protection and allies on their side. To all the women, where are you? You know what a woman is. You are one. Your sex-based rights are being blatantly violated. Your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother fought for your rights and equal opportunity in this nation as a woman. Are you going to stand back and watch in silence while the rights that our foremothers fought for are stripped away? Stand up for yourself. Stand up for all women and demand your voice be heard. To all the individuals who transitioned in hopes that it would fix them mentally, the media, the government, your so-called friends, gender clinics, they lied to you. They manipulated you into becoming a lifelong patient. They've done this to you because they make a big profit off of you. It was all for the money. They don't care about you. They aren't helping you. They are taking advantage of you. Read the stories of detransitioners. Listen to them. They've been through it. Do a little research on the gender critical side. Actually listen to the words of those who love you but won't affirm you. Those are the people who care about you. You can be male and have feminine traits. You can be a female and have masculine traits. But you were not born in the wrong body. Transitioning isn't the one-way ticket to happiness. In fact, it's the opposite. It's the path to your own destruction. You don't have to lie to yourself anymore. And when you do finally see the truth, we will be right here with open arms. And to all the males who are using gender identity as a way to prey upon women or children, you were born males and you will die males. Stop infiltrating your way into women's only spaces. Stop cheating in female sports. Stop lying about who you are.
there will come a day when your lives will no longer work. You will be exposed for the perpetrators and cheaters you are, and we will fight like hell to ensure that day comes sooner than later. The trans activists are absolutely terrified, and we know why. The truth is being exposed. They can't defend their stance with anything other than feelings. But feelings aren't facts. Reality is a fact. And this is why they resort to emotional rages, insults, lies, and violence when anyone opposes them. So the ultimate question is, where do you stand? With the lie or with the truth?
The truth!
We stand with the truth. Join us. We know for a fact that we are on the right side of history. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. Is there anyone else that's going to speak? Come on then. You want to speak? I'm so sorry. Too premature again. For some men it is a problem. Come.
We have a rule, ladies first.
Right, can you hold that for me, and I'm going to pin these things onto you. All right. Are you going to keep your bag on?
I can take it off.
No, you can keep it on. I'm just pinning it.
Sure,
there,
yes,
okay?
yes. Okay. Okay. Hi, I'm Mary Kate. I'm from Jacksonville. I guess I'm going to keep it brief. It's very hot out here. I feel very strongly about speaking out against this movement, in particular because
Police officer. No, that's correct.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Transporting men.
Yep. I was a troubled tomboy girl, and I firmly believe that if I had been born in this generation, I absolutely would have fallen victim to the trans ideology. I am kind of appalled at the fact that we're not teaching our girls anymore that there is nothing wrong with being however they want to present themselves. There's nothing wrong with being a tomboy. There's nothing wrong with being a butch lesbian. And I'm very sad that this entire generation is going to lose that, or at least a significant portion of it. And I just also wanted to touch on, with recent events, the importance of reaching across the aisle for women. Feminism has got to be for all women, even those you don't like. So I really just want to, just mention that we are all here for the same purpose. We are here for women's liberation, whether we are Republican, Democrat, religious, atheist. And if we don't reach across the aisle, we're not going to get anything done.
That's right.
So thank you very much for having me. And woo!
Any more women?
Any women?
Right. I've properly asked now. Now it's your turn.
You waited long enough.
Yeah, well done. Thank you for your patience.
Exciting.
First guy. Good job. Thanks for being here for the women. Amen.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say welcome to Miami, first of all. A lot of you all coming. And welcome to the deep, we're in the middle of the twilight zone, so we're all here together to fight the same battle. I'm a local GOP committee man for this area, and it is about coming together. This is something that shouldn't be tolerated at any point in society, at any point in human history. This is an act of destroying innocent lives, destroying families, and they're just getting started. If they have it their way, it leads into pedophilia, it leads into just kids resenting what these decisions for the rest of their lives, destroying innocent lives. It's something that's satanic, and both sides need to come together to stop this. So I want to thank everyone for coming out here today, and this is what it takes. Show up at your school board. They're getting gender ideology, gender therapists to convince children. These kids are coerced into these ideas, telling them that it's going to make them feel a certain way, and they're encouraged to go under the knife, to thinking that they're going to solve some internal issue that they don't know how to deal with. They're being misled, misguided, and it is what it takes. People coming out to the streets, people going to the school board, people getting involved with their parties locally, and stopping this. If it doesn't stop now, it's going to destroy tens of thousands of lives, and these people are still going to go home at night, sleep like a baby, and not worry about these atrocities that they've committed. So thank you everyone again, and God bless.
Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Right, good. Okay, let's wrap this up because I wore polyester.
I know, right? This is commitment, y'all. Yes.
Can I just say, like Prince Andrew, I don't sweat. So that might just be a joke for the British amongst us. Okay, so we gathered here today before these witnesses to record our dissent. We did so because we want to be free to say women don't have penises, men don't have vaginas, lesbians don't like men.
That's right.
It's abusive to transition children, and also to acknowledge the hard work and freedom in Florida that's led to the decision that they are no longer, that they are no longer going to transition children, no more puberty blockers, no more surgeries on minors, and I am absolutely delighted. May this be the first state to do so. In the opposite side of the country, where things are woke, there is Portland that is still giving itself as a sanctuary state for child mutilation. This has to stop. If you're in Portland, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, you need to vote it out. So, you're coming up to your midterms, you need to make your voice heard, even if it's spoiling your ballot, if you're jumping across whichever political divide, you have to be recorded. So I want to say thank you very much to you amazing, very hot women in Miami. Thank you very much. Thank you to the, let's not lie, very attractive men with guns who come to protect us. It's preposterous that it has to happen, but it has to happen. In order to guarantee women feel safe enough to come and say these words, we need protection from people who are licensed to carry. And look, if we can forget our divisions in order to find unity, then I promise we will win. If we can stand with courage and without hesitation we can speak the truth, then I promise we will win. And do you know why else we're going to win? Because I never lose! Yay! You carry on.
Thank you, everyone.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right, we're going to close this out. We're going to close this out with our songs, right?
That's mine.
Yes, I'm going to lead. If you don't know, whatever, make up words.
I lost my lyrics, but I'll do my best.
There might be some right in this.
What's up to you? I can get you discounts at hotels because I bartend for the Hyatt. So all you need to do is contact me, tell me where you're going, and I'll book it.
Oh. Is that a nice one? Is that a nice one in New York?
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. You have my number and everything. So literally all you gotta do is tell me when you're checking in, how many rooms you need. I can book up to 5. So as long as I get you to just
Use it if a person has a penis, he's a man. If a person has a nutsack, he's a man. If a person has a nutsack, he's a man. He can suck it if you conceal it, angle and reveal it. If a person has a nutsack, he's a man. If he amputates his tits, he's still a man. If he grows a pair of tits, he's still a man. If the chromosomes apply, he will only be a guy. If he isn't born a woman, he's a man. You guys want to do the last one?
Yeah, let's do the last one. I can't even breathe. I'm about to pass out.
1, 2, 3. They put the implants in, they take the testes out, they give you hormone shots till your benefits run out. They amputate your penis and they turn it inside out. That's what it's all about.
Amen. Thank you, everybody.
I know. All right, so we're going to
close out now. Everybody's still what they have to say, right? All right, we're headed back to the park. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
I'm so glad that you brought this
Kelly.
Hello.
I'm a big fan.
Oh, hi. You're very welcome.
Yes,
You're welcome.
I think you guys are great. Can I take a quick?
You can. I'm just going to try and switch this off. I'll come straight back.